Get ready to start hearing the name over the next 10 days, Jordan Love, a lot. He, as you see, McShay has Love as the third quarterback off the board, going 6 overall, and then 3 spots later, he has Justin Herbert. So I know what you're wondering. Even if you're a relatively hardcore college football fan, you're wondering, who the heck is Jordan Love? Okay, again, like I say, get ready to hear his name because he is the most polarizing quarterback prospect in this year's draft class by far. Texas Tech coach Matt Wells, who recruited and coached Love at Utah State, told ESPN that as many as 7 NFL coaches, head coaches, have called him to ask about Love over a recent 5-day span. So, Dan, let's look. Tell us and show us Jordan Love, who is a name we're going to hear very early a week from Thursday night.
Yeah, Greeny, when you cut on his tape, there's just some plays that, you know, go above the X's and O's. They go above coaching, and you see this kind of very unique talent that you can make plays, or he can make plays that you look at and go, not a lot of guys can do that. Look at this clip against Colorado State. There's a backside post to his left. This is the 4th guy in the progression. It's really a little bit of a play-action movement. You're trying to get out to the right, and as this play fake happens, there's nowhere for him to go, so he starts to drift back to his left. Remember, this is number 4 in the progression, and with his body all in crazy angles, launches this ball 60 yards downfield. I mean, his body's parallel to the line of scrimmage. His feet are off the ground, both of them, and just this sidearm flick of the wrist, and this ball goes 60 yards perfectly thrown. And that's why I have said he has the most wow throws in this draft. He has the most throws in this draft that coaches and general managers are going to look at and go, I can't coach that. And if you look at the guys in the NFL that we marvel at, young players at that position, it is Patrick Mahomes. What's one of the things we say about him? He does stuff that I can't explain. Lamar Jackson does stuff that I can't explain. Deshaun Watson. And Jordan Love has glimpses and clips on his tape that make people go, I can't coach that into a player. And so that's why there's this such a high level of intrigue, because he can go above and beyond those X's and O's.
So this is what I think is the best part of this conversation, because we use the term risk-reward a lot for Tua. There's a risk-reward. This is the more traditional risk-reward, Marcus. This is, here's a player who obviously has extraordinary talent, like leaps off the screen kind of talent. But not all the games look like that. Not all the numbers look like that. He turns the ball over a lot. That's the more traditional risk-reward. Are you willing to roll the dice on a super high draft pick, Marcus Spears, 6th overall this year, on Jordan Love's talent?
I'm not, G, and the reason being is because against really good competition, and I know team factors into that somewhat. Jordan Love just didn't play well. 4 TDs to 7 picks and 0-4 against those teams. But if you're talking about a guy that you're trying to take in the top 10, and even though he plays for Utah State, and even though he's had some success and he has some of those intangibles and some of that physical ability that jumps off the trade, and everybody wants to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, I don't know why. When I saw Jordan Love against LSU, it felt like a fish out of water. Didn't look like he would be a guy to go to the next level as far as a top 10 pick. Does he have NFL talent? Absolutely. And I don't want to bash the kid on here, but I think right now we're in this arena where everybody's puzzled because you continue to hear Pat Mahomes. You can do that. He can throw the ball. A lot of guys. Don't get me wrong. Some things guys do at a higher ability than some. But there's a lot of guys now coming through college that will wow you in shorts and a t-shirt, or that will wow you in a game with a few passes. I'm looking at the whole overall thing, and I'm just not sold on it as much as everybody else.
Dan?
I disagree with Marcus on the LSU game. I actually thought in the LSU game he did a lot of really good things. Like, there's plays in the LSU game where he stares to his right and it's a quick 2-3 and he gets backside and flicks that ball to an open receiver. There's plays where he breaks the pocket and drops it over defenders. Of course he's outmanned. LSU made every quarterback look bad last year. So I would disagree with Marcus on that. It's not necessarily about the performance when looking at the quarterback position. Does this guy have things that if we break those bad habits and break those warts that he has, if we refine his game, can he elevate our football team? And Jordan Love has those traits.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.